Number 2, number 3 in the league in overall points, and Dixon has been such a good complement to the 2-quarterback system because he's the inside guy.
Josh Blaisdell, our head referee today. Interesting face-off matchup. Trevor Baptiste, the veteran. Luke Wierman, the rookie out of Maryland, was playing for the Terps just a month ago, and Baptiste wins it.
I'm looking for Baptiste really to respond. His last 2 weeks, under 50%.
Oh, how about that for responding? He wins the face-off and he scores. 15 seconds into the game.
He's not messing around. I couldn't even finish my thought. Trevor Baptiste was under 50% in his last 2 contests against T.D. Erlin and then against Joe Nardella. He wins it clean at the stripe to himself, and Wierman is known as a goal scorer too, and if you watch enough of Trevor Baptiste, he can let it fly. So Wierman gets caught in the substitution game. He goes to the box. Baptiste says, all right, you're not gonna play me? I'm gonna make it count. That is a veteran IQ move, kind of playing that cat and mouse game with Wierman, who did not stay on the field to defend Baptiste.
And we've got Wierman mic'd up, and you can hear it. You can hear the battles. Bounce shot high. You can hear the battles at the face-off dot. That's going to be interesting audio tonight. There's the Atlas coming off their first loss. They did score 12 goals, 12 points last week in the loss to the Whips in Minneapolis, but this offense looks like it wants to get revved right back up again like it was the first 4 weeks of the season. Baptiste on the run.
This is going to be a difficult task. Stevens for the Atlas.
A great body control, by the way, to stay out of the crease, too, to tiptoe around the crease. Avoided the crease violation. Teat with 2 assists in those last 2 goals. Right off the face-off. Wierman shoots that one wide. 4-0. New York on top here in the first quarter. Denver is in the danger zone right now because Baptiste is winning draws, and Denver's offense is back humming. Baptiste has won 4 out of the 5 draws so far.
Defense, so in a fraction of the second, he gets that quick stick off.
Wierman wins it to himself. Good look on the far side. Shot is high.
Cotter, when this team is clicking, it's just good. Where did he shoot?
5.
Low.
Yep.
I mean, he just plays mind games with the goalies.
Got 2 and 2 on the day. And Baptiste, this is a team that looks like they were not very happy with that loss last weekend and did everything they possibly could this week to put that in the rearview mirror.
You think?
I mean, they are.
Liam Entenmann, his first goal allowed as a starter. Allowed 2 last week, making 4 saves. Carpenter scooping at GB. What else is new?
This is new, you're right. He has been really impressive.
You know what's interesting, Cotter? You have, not even at the All-Star break, he's 6 points away from breaking the PLL record Marcus Holman holds for 44 points. He possibly can almost double that. It's just nuts, his production this year. And it's going to be really hard to slow him down because he's got the complete attack unit.
Baptiste all the way in and scores again, his 2nd of the night.
I remember watching Trevor Baptiste when he was in college at the University of Denver. And they play a lot of these small-sided games. And I was like, wow, this guy can really shoot the rock, and he's got unbelievable offensive skill. He's getting harassed here on the double. How does he hold on to that ball? And Jake Pacino, the rookie, tries to chase the veteran Trevor Baptiste down, and wow, what did he do there that just stood out, Cotter? It was the ability not to bring the stick back. If he brought the stick back, Pacino was going to trail check him. He kept that stick in front of his body the entire time and just snapped his top wrist.
Goals in 15 and 13 seconds after the draw on the night for Baptiste. 7-1, New York on top.
O'Neal still doesn't have a shot. The rookie #1 pick. He's being guarded by Gavin Adler. O'Neal is
not necessarily the next shot, and he said this was a crucial 5-6 minutes ahead. You wouldn't know by the vibe of that huddle that these guys were dominating the way they are right now.
Stephen Brooks, offensive coordinator for the Atlas, got a loose ball whistle. Gonna go against Trevor Baptiste in the Atlas.
He's an outstanding coach, Brooks, the offensive coordinator. And Mike Presser's got 2 really good coaches and that is the truth.
Colby Smith picks up this GB.
Let's go, match up.
New York is 9 for 20 shooting today. Gergar's 2 for 5 shooting on the night.
Grabbing him. Nick, roll! Nick, roll!
Grill comes out of there with it. Here's Wierman. Back to Grill as he subs out.
Do not have an answer.
Yeah, if you look at the face-offs, Luke Wierman, the rookie's actually kind of holding his own. But Baptiste, it's what he does with it after he wins it with those 2 goals. And the shooting percentage, I mean, 2 for 21. Denver's not going to beat many teams, if any team, shooting 2 for 21 and a half. They're going to have to make much better decisions and bury some shots in the second half.
Yeah, we talk about touches. So New York star Teat has 20 touches in the first half. Brendan O'Neal has 5.
Yes.
And he's got 1 shot.
Entman making the save. Defender falls down. Now we're going to get a call. This Atlas team is showing no signs of slowing down.
He's 3 away from tying it. Before the All-Star break, he could be the PLL single season.
Crazy. Who was checking him without his stick, who knew he had to tackle him, and even he's saying, what do I do here?
But think about it, like if I'm throwing you to the ground and your stick is low, your ability to change levels and shoot high, it shouldn't be there.
It is for 7. Bundy shoots for range. Man, Entman looked behind him like...
In terms of drawing a line between being covered and not covered as an inside guy.
I mean, with a ball like Shelley puts it, even with a guy on my back, like he's putting it high and away. We call it spot feeds. Did it a lot of Virginia. Just put it to a spot and let me or a guy like Cormier go and get it. So he puts those balls in the perfect spot. We can have a guy in our hands and we're going to reach up there and try to get that.
Thanks, Sander.
Thank you.
New York shooting 12 of 30. Denver 2 of 27, and Gergar has both of those 2. Colby Smith coming out of there with it. Jones. Costabile, who's 6'2", 205, is the little guy in that group.
We covered Doc Aiken a bunch at Virginia, and all-time leading goal scorer from the midfield in program history. He's just so good.
The number of wins that he was a part of
there
at Virginia.
Game winners.
Yes.
Called it Doc's time.
Now we're going to get a coach's challenge.
Before the dodge, he ran out of bounds.
This is what...
He was out of bounds.
Efficiently from the outside, and you're always a threat. Teams will flash and press out, and that's where you open up as a Dodger.
Costabile's first of the night, the 8th different goal scorer for New York.
I got 52.
Ever competitive. Baptiste showing his displeasure for the call, despite the 14-2 score.
By All-Star break,
you know what it's like?
The end of this game.
It's Gretzky-esque.
Yes.
His game is Gretzky-esque. The numbers he's putting up this year are Gretzky-esque, and Gretzky will tell you he's the great one in hockey, but he'll tell you that lacrosse is the national sport of Canada. And Jeff Teat, fellow Canadian, is putting forward a Gretzky-esque performance.
But stylistically, they're very similar. And I say this, Entman with another stop. I say this because the calmness in their game and how fluid they are. Like, they never look rattled. Like, have you ever seen Jeff Teat play the game of lacrosse and you feel like he's in a rush?
Frazzled in any way? No.
No, he's in defenders. If he was rattled and he's moving at 100 miles an hour, his thought process speeds up too much. His thought process is slow, it's distinct, and he understands, okay, if Tarafenko's going to drape all over me and he's going to overcommit or he's going to hedge, I'm going to just use my body and I'm going to counter. We've seen some really smart, high-level lacrosse plays from him in this ball game. One would be the over-committing defense where he opened up his dodge from the outside, first as a stretch shooter and then becoming that dodger, and then that pass across the heart of the defense.
Gergar.
But once again, we saw something that we saw from Trevor Baptiste, and this is a good learning moment for all offensive players. When you feel backside pressure, don't bring the stick far behind your head. You're going to get trail checked, or in that case, jumped on, right? Because the defense wasn't even using the stick. Xander Dixon's not going to shoot through that stick, so he's going to hit him with a backhand. We've seen backhand passes by Jeff Teat. We've seen now behind the back scores by Xander.
Up and down this field on a very hot and humid night, so good work by that officiating crew, no question.
Yeah, you thought eating pizza on a park bench was tough.
We studied a little meteorology this afternoon to find out just how bad it was.
Do you remember I called you? I said, hey, I'm looking at my app. It says it's 96% humidity. Is that really humid? It sounds like it.
It's almost like the air is water. You know, like you're breathing hot water. Shot deflected.